Hey, welcome to Morning Movement. This is Coach Finley, and we're talking about camping this week. So one of the fun things about going camping is telling stories around the campfire. So I have a short story for you that my grandmother used to tell me when I was a little girl and I would go to spend the night with her. It's a little bit scary, but maybe not too scary for you. So there was a little girl who went to spend the night with her grandmother. And it was a dark and stormy night. Her grandmother had fallen asleep, but she was still awake. Off in the distance, she heard a little voice that said, "I'm coming." She listened carefully. She wanted to make sure that she heard correctly, and she heard that voice way off in the distance. "I'm coming." Well, she decided to lie down and try to get some rest. Her grandmother, she looked over, and her grandmother was still sound asleep. So, a few minutes later, she heard the voice again, but this time it was a little bit closer, and it was a little bit louder, and it said, "I'm coming. I'm coming." Well, the little girl was beginning to get a little bit frightened. She didn't want to wake her grandmother. She wasn't sure what she was hearing. So she laid down, closed her eyes, tried to think about something else, and then she heard the voice again. But this time it sounded like it was at the end of the driveway. And it said, "I'm coming. I'm coming." Now this time she was beginning to get scared. So she got up. She was afraid to look out the window. A few minutes later, she hears a voice. Sounds like it's at the front door. And it says, "I'm coming. I'm coming. And I got you." So that's what's fun about campfire stories. They're fun. They're make-believe. And sometimes we want to describe the setting so that your listeners get involved in the story. There may be some suspense. So I want you to use a pen or a pencil. I want you to use your journals, and I want you to create your own campfire story. I want you to think about the characters that will be in your story. In my story, it was the grandmother and the little girl. And I want you to think about the setting. Where does it take place? Does it take place in the woods? Does it take place in a house like mine? You consider your setting, and I want you to write your own story. Good luck, and then go ahead and pause the video. You can get together your journal and your pen or your pencil, and then come back and turn on the video, and I will talk to you about our activities today as we do some circuit training. Good luck with your stories. Go ahead and pause it, and then come back. Welcome back to Morning Movement. I'm Coach Finley, and today for circuit training with our camping theme, we're going to have 4 stations. The only supplies that you will need for this would either be weights, or if you don't have weights, I have some hand weights, which you can use, or if you don't have those, cans of food from the cabinet, with your parents' permission, weigh about 1 pound each. So those work as weights as well. So go ahead and collect what you need, pause the video, come back, and I will explain each of the 4 stations. Welcome back. We'll start with bicep curls. We're also working our triceps on the back of our arms as we're working our biceps. So we go back, straight back behind us with one hand, curl up to our shoulder with the other. And that's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Great job. Looking good. The next station is going to be jumping jacks. And just to review, I know you know what a jumping jack is, but your feet will come out, your hands go up at the same time to do a jumping jack, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are your jumping jacks. Also, we're going to do our Stretches, shoulders, knees, and toes. So we're going to start with our hands up, go to shoulders, knees, toes, knees, waist if you want to add waist, shoulders, up, shoulders, waist, knees, toes, knees, waist, shoulders, up. Good job. The last station is going to be burpees. For a burpee, you may want a mat or just come outside. You can do it in the grass, you can do it on the carpet, on a rug, or a towel. So for a burpee, you're going to stand with your feet shoulder distance apart. Okay? You're going to bend down, you're going to put your hands on the floor or the ground, and then you're going to hop both feet out back, hop back in, stand up. Burpee looks like this. Down, hop, back, up. So, the 4 stations: bicep, triceps, shoulders, knees, and toes, jumping jacks, and burpees. So if you're pre-K through 2nd grade, I want your goal to be 30 seconds in each station, and do that 3 times. If you're 3rd grade through 8th grade, I would like for your goal to be 1 minute in each of those 4 stations, and do that rotation again 3 times. Don't forget to journal, and I'll catch you soon.